Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're doing something a little different. I've got a full day of eating for everybody. So, we're going to start off with the first meal, but before I get to that, what I've done so far this morning is we went through check-ins for Alex. So we took all of our visuals, we took our posing videos and our still images to upload for check-ins this morning. And then after I finish this meal, I'll fill out my check-in sheet for the week, put all the info in there so I can pretty much tell Alex everything I did this week. Once that's over, I'm going to go into my client check-ins and start giving people video feedback across the week for what they've done. Same. Almost the exact same way that Alex does it, just for my clients instead of for me. But the first meal of the day, and every meal of the day actually, because all of my calories and macros are split up perfectly even across 6 meals for the day. So if you're wondering what the total calorie amount or the total macro amount for the day is, there you go. So macros for this very first meal are as follows. We have 40 grams of protein, we have 10 grams of fat, and we have 50 grams of carbs. So with that being said, the only thing we're not tracking carbohydrate wise right now is my vegetables, but I get 200 grams at every meal. So that's 50 grams of carbs without the 200 grams of vegetables tracked, but the 200 grams is weighed. So let me flip you guys around. Here's what we've got for that first meal of the day. We've got a massive stack of vitamins, which is the animal multivitamin, turmeric, and fish oil. Then over there, we've got 129 grams of chicken with 2 tablespoons of the G. Hughes teriyaki stir-fry sauce, which is incredible. Then we've got 95 grams of apple. We've got 50 grams of oatmeal with the Walden's Farms fake maple syrup that's probably going to give me cancer all over it, which I love and it's worth it. Then we've got our 200 grams of vegetables with pink Himalayan sea salt covered all over it. Then, again, a shameless plug for Success Through Sacrifice coaching, best coaching in the world. We've got my cup of coffee, which is Death Wish coffee, pumpkin spice flavored, the only way to go at this time of year. So that is meal number 1 for everybody. And with that coffee, I do have 6 ounces of almond milk. About 2 ounces of it are in the coffee, and then I just chug the other 4, so I can get my 10 grams of fat for the meal. It's just the easiest way to get it in this morning. So with all of that being said, I'm going to toss on some anime, watch that while I eat this. Then I'm going to get into client check-ins. So I will see all of you guys for meal number 2. And just like that, most of my client work for the morning, at least, is done. We'll have more this afternoon when I get done with the workout and I come back to the proverbial office. But for now, we're mostly done. Also, the majority of my check-ins are done. I'm just going to input the data for today's workout after it's done later today. And then I'll send Alex the email saying everything is good to go. But with that being said, let's get into meal number 2. Meal number 2 is as follows. We have another 200 grams of vegetables. With those 200 grams of vegetables, we've got 150 grams of rice in this bowl here with 1 whole egg, 110 grams of cooked chicken breast, and 2 tablespoons of that G. Hughes sauce that is immaculate. Then we've got 75 grams of banana, and 0 calorie, we've got a vanilla cola Zevia. Those things are absolutely incredible if you've never had them. That's better than diet soda for you, but I like either one, so it doesn't really matter. Other than that, this is the roundup for meal number 2. And of course, calories and macros are the same, like I said before. So these are going to be 40 grams of protein and 10 grams of fat, 50 grams of carbs, not including the 200 grams of vegetables, but it's still weighed out to 200 grams. So I'm going to slam this meal down, and then we will have one more meal before we go to the gym later today. All right. Now, we have moved on to meal number 3, which is going to be the pre-workout meal. So, basically the only thing I do different for the pre-workout meal is I add a little bit more pink Himalayan sea salt for the pump. So, other than that, meal is as follows. Meal number 3 is practically the same as meal number 2, where we've got 200 grams of vegetables, we've got 100 grams of apple, which is the difference because meal number 2 had banana. Then we've got in this bowl here 160 grams of jasmine rice, 2 grams of grass-fed butter, 1 whole egg, and 110 grams of chicken breast. With all of that, we're again at 40 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat for this meal.
All right, we are en route to the gym. We have already been through the car wash, already vacuumed out the whole inside of the car. So, without any further ado, we've got pre-workout and the song of the day. The song of the day today, in the spirit of pre-workout, is going to be The Itch by Hollow Front. Absolutely fantastic song. This is what I'm going to listen to as soon as I pull out of here and I'm started to drive back to the gym. Or drive to the gym, I should say. But pre-workout is a combination of 7 grams of creatine and 2 scoops of Panda Supplements Skull pre-workout. So, it's very high stim and very high pump. I don't know what flavor it is, but I would describe it as not bad. It's like some sort of watermelon, strawberry, something. And it's like a pink-ish color. So, fuck it, that's probably close enough. Anyway, I'm going to roll the windows down, turn the music up, and head over to Armor. I will see every single one of you, more than likely, in the break room after the workout is complete, and we are diving into meal number 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and workout was absolutely fucking epic. Shoulders and arms hit a couple PRs on a couple different things, namely Viking press. Viking press finally hit 2 plates and a 25 on each side for 6 reps, and then let's see what else we hit a PR on. In the very, very beginning, if you've never done these before, I talked about it in my last video. They're absolutely insane. Getting a pair of cuffs, setting them up in a dual cable stack, and then putting the cuffs on your wrists for lateral raises. Right now, that's my very first exercise. Completely obliterates my shoulders for the rest of the entire workout. It is the most painful thing that I do the entire week, and I love it. I hit 2 sets of 30 for the last 2 working sets with 15 pounds in each hand, and it was awful. Now, for reference, I do regular dumbbell lateral raises at the very end, and I do a ×8 rest pause set with the 30s for 8 reps apiece. So, strength-wise, don't knock it until you try it as far as me using 15 pounds. It is awfully painful, but in a really, really good way, in the kind of way that's going to make you bigger. So, with all of that being said, and the workout being fantastic, let me go get this shit out of the microwave, and I'll tell you guys what we're having for meal number 4. Meal number 4 is as follows, which, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know exactly what this is going to be. Because I eat the exact same thing every day. This is 150 grams of jasmine rice with 2 tablespoons of the G. Hughes stir-fry sauce, 58 grams of banana, 200 grams of mixed vegetables, a shitload of pink Himalayan sea salt, 120 grams of 99% lean ground turkey, and 16 grams of almond butter. With the piece de resistance, also, once again, shameless plug my advertising, Success Through Sacrifice Coaching. You want to get big, you want to get swole. Hire this guy. He knows what he's doing. With that being said, this is regular black tea with some cinnamon, some stevia drops, and the supplement that I take called colostrum, which is something to help with my joints. But it's the only reason I really have this. Also, in the evenings when I'm going to coach more, that's like a daily staple, and it helps me get like another 60 milligrams of caffeine before I go coach the last couple hours of the day. But other than that, this is meal number 4. This is going to be delicious. I'm going to enjoy every second of this. And then I'm going to knock out the other, holy shit, like 7,000 steps I have for the day because I've been doing computer work all day. Then when we get back home, We have meals 5, 6, and more online computer work for the clients. But stay tuned for the rest of the meals. This one is as the same as the rest of them. 40 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. And we are back at the house. So I managed to get done with the majority of my client check-ins for the day. We got done the majority of the meal prep that we needed to get done for tomorrow. We've got a little bit more to do and a few more steps to knock out for tonight after we finish this meal before we have the last meal. However, with this meal, which is meal number 5. Sorry, I had to think for a second. I'm going to flip you guys around, let you take a look at it while I tell you what's in it. Here we have meal number 5, which is going to be 100 grams of apple right there. Got 120 grams of the 99% lean ground turkey. Underneath of that, 160 grams of jasmine rice. That's cooked weight. I always weigh my meat and my rice cooked. That's just how I do it consistently. However you end up doing it, just make sure that you are doing it consistently. We've got 1.5 teaspoons of olive oil on there for the fats for the meal. And then over here, we've got a 200 gram weight salad of mixed vegetables. With all of that, we have my second round of vitamins for the day, which are the exact same as the first round. So, fish oil, the Animal Pack multivitamin, and the turmeric. So, with all of that, we're going to take that, eat this meal, watch a little YouTube, then I've got more work to do before a very early wake up tomorrow for my first client of the day. So, with all of that being said, meal number 6 will not be shown. However, I'll tell you exactly what's in it, just like I did for every other meal. By the way, calories and macros for this meal are the same for every other meal. Macros are 40 protein, 50 carb, 10 fat. The exact same for meal number 6, except for meal number 6 is going to be consistent of 129 grams of chicken breast, 150 grams of rice, 7 grams of grass-fed butter, and last but not least, 75 grams of banana and a 200 gram serving of vegetables. So that is my full day of eating for every single one of you guys. Don't follow my meal plan to a T because it's not going to work for you, but find what does work for you. Follow that to a T, and I can assure you, you're going to be making some gains. So, on that note, get some sleep, eat your food, drink your water, and make sure every single one of you makes some gains. Have a good one, you guys. See you in the next video.